Welcome back, everyone. Let's get into our political panel now. Herding elephants, New York South. First up is Rob Astorino, Republican county executive, fresh off of a victory here in the county of Westchester, where he beat a Democratic challenger by double digits in a county with a heavy Democratic registration advantage. Among all the names you hear, he's probably the hottest ticket when you talk about names here that could challenge the governor. In fact, there is an exploratory committee, third trial, try that one, as he considers a run for governor. First of all, Jessica, is he running?
Well, I think he said that he'll make his decision in the next month or so, end of February, early March, and he's sticking to that timetable. But certainly forming an exploratory committee was a serious step forward.
I'll do the pros and cons. Pros are he's coming off a victory, he's got momentum behind him, and he proved in a blue state that he can win in a blue county. Mm-hmm. That said, the con is every poll you look at, he loses big, and he's going up against the war chest in, again, a Democrat-registered state here that would make it really hard. Will he lose a lot of sheen off of his rising star if he loses big on his first statewide challenge?
Well, I don't think anyone, political insiders really think that that's the case, and you wouldn't see Cuomo coming out and attacking him on issues and having a lot of people come and urge him not to run if they weren't concerned about him running. But if you look at the way the state breaks down, I think upstate is about 40% of the vote. The suburbs is another 30%, and New York City is also probably this time around will be less turnout, because if you saw in the mayor's race, only 26% of the vote turned out. So upstate is very much fed up with the governor. They're mad at him over everything from the SAFE Act to his latest comments about conservatives don't belong in New York State, to the economy and frustration over jobs. So
okay,
his
but it's about
right now,
this. It's about
money. But you know what? Rob has shown he raised $6 million in his race for county executive. He's shown that he can raise big money, and I think that's what he's assessing right now, is whether or not he can have the support to run a serious race.
I just want to clarify, Jessica has done work for the Astorino campaign before, and you have some insight into the Astorino campaign that folks at home might not realize. Is Rob Astorino a moderate or a conservative?
I think he's someone that, maybe is personally conservative, but has shown he can attract a crossover vote and has liberals support him, independents, moderates, and, he's someone
what would he like to be called?
I don't think he wants to be labeled as anything. I think when he ran for office in 2009, laid out a very specific agenda for what he wanted to do in the county, kept all of those promises, cut spending, cut taxes, brought jobs.
He was running for re-election last year, and it was bipartisan, moderate Rob Astorino. He's going to be running for the Republican nomination.
He crafted every budget in a bipartisan manner.
So he's a moderate.
I would say, I don't know if you can put a label on it. He's someone, he laid out a specific agenda, a conservative agenda by a lot of standards, someone fiscally
She's not going to answer this next one, so I'm going to go to you, Dominic. You've known Donald Trump for a long time. Mm-hmm. He's making noise. He goes up to Buffalo. I still don't know what he's up to here. Mm-hmm. What would you put the odds that Donald would actually run for governor when it's all said and done? Zippo, right?
Zippo. Zero.
What's this whole sham about, him going through all this dog and pony show? I agree with you. He's not running. Why is he doing this?
Well, I think he's trying to talk himself into it. He does have name recognition, and he could be a formidable opponent for a short time, few weeks.
Oh, how badly would he flame out?
Oh, my God.
But imagine the first news conference where he's hammered, peppered, with 10 hard questions back to back. He's not going to make it. Donald Trump is not used to that. And I say that knowing him very well. He's used to dominating and having his wish. Do as I say, not as I do.
Well, to that point here, whether it's Rob or a candidate of Rob who obviously holds office, has a future here, would they get assurances before they announce that the Palladinos of the world or the Trumps of the world aren't going to give them a migraine in a primary process? They're obviously facing an uphill battle. The last thing they need is to have to go through a bruising primary where they got to waste money and time here and being dragged down by the other guys to have to go too far right to have a chance in a general. Would he have to get assurances the field would be clear?
I think he believes at the end of the day that the party will be united, the Republican and conservative parties, and that's something that
Without
I think,
going through a primary?
I think everyone feels very strongly that they do not want to go through a party. The party chairs across the state do not want to go through a primary. I mean, Donald Trump has said he will only run if the field is cleared for him. Like, that's his reason for running or not running. Rob has said, look, it's a process, and I'm going to go around the state and meet with different chairs and talk to them about, you know, what I did in Westchester and why I think the state needs to be turned around. So at the end of the day, we all need to be directed at Governor Cuomo and his failures, because infighting in an uphill battle is not going to help
The state
anybody.
for Astorino to run, he's no competition against Andrew Cuomo. He will lose badly.
I'm telling
if
you
he
right now,
runs.
I think certainly I wouldn't bet money to
Future
win.
star. He's a future star
I'm
in the
telling
state.
you right now, people underestimate. I think this governor is more vulnerable than people think. I wouldn't want to bet my money that any Republican can win. We've seen Rob, though. He does good on the stump. He doesn't take the bait here.
I'm willing to bet my money.
Yeah.
The bottom line is,
2006, the last time a Republican won statewide. And
no, we don't win in 2006.
Oh, sorry, it's 2002. I apologize.
I hate to correct that.
Last time a Republican won statewide, that's 12 years ago, and the state's only gotten more liberal since.
Well, that can be argued, but if you look
there's
at,
no time.
talk about the numbers, we are dead last in terms of business climate. We have the highest taxes in the country, and we
notice
have the
I'm letting
most
you do a free promo
out-migration
here.
of population. People are
By the way,
upset.
she's the only one I like just to rattle this one off here because she's so likable. All right, when we come back here with little time we have, I'm going to ask these guys what the biggest problem about the Sochi Games will be. Is it security? Is it a hot mess of unfinished buildings here, dog massacres, a lunatic president, anti-gay? There's a whole list to pick from. I'm going to ask these guys what we're going to be talking about when it's all said and done. Stay with us.